Big Trouble in Little China is a 1986 action fantasy comedy film directed by John Carpenter and starring Kurt Russell. The film follows the adventures of truck driver Jack Burton, who becomes embroiled in a supernatural battle in San Francisco's Chinatown. Here's a brief summary of the story. Jack Burton and his friend Wang Kai go to the airport to pick up Wang's fiancée Miao Yin, who is arriving from China. However, Miao Yin is kidnapped by a gang called the Lords of Death, who are working for the evil sorcerer Lo Pan. Jack and Wang track down the gang to Chinatown, where they meet a lawyer named Gracie Law, who is investigating the disappearance of young Chinese women. Together, they discover that Lo Pan is an ancient sorcerer who needs to marry a girl with green eyes to break an ancient curse and regain his human form. The group infiltrates Lo Pan's lair and battles his henchmen, including the Three Storms, supernatural beings with powerful abilities. Jack and Wang rescue Miao Yin and several other captive women, but are captured by Lo Pan. In the final battle, Jack and his allies face off against Lo Pan and his forces. Jack ultimately defeats Lo Pan by throwing a knife into his forehead, but the victory is short-lived as the building begins to crumble. Jack and his friends narrowly escape before the entire lair collapses. In the end, Jack bids farewell to his friends and drives away, but not before he and Wang are confronted by the ghost of Lo Pan. The film ends with Jack and Wang driving off into the night, unsure of what lies ahead. Here are some fun facts about Big Trouble in Little China. The film was not a box office success when it was first released, but it has since gained a cult following and is considered a cult classic. The character of Jack Burton was originally written to be a sidekick to Wang Kai, but Kurt Russell convinced John Carpenter to make him the lead. The film's visual effects were created using a mix of practical effects and stop-motion animation, which was cutting-edge technology at the time. Many of the sets and costumes were inspired by traditional Chinese mythology and folklore, including the Three Storms, who are based on characters from Chinese legends. Kurt Russell did many of his own stunts in the film, including the rooftop fight scene. The film's score was composed by John Carpenter and Alan Howarth, and features a mix of traditional Chinese music and synthesizer-heavy themes. The film has inspired several video games, comic books, and other spin-off media. The character of Egg Shen, played by Victor Wong, was originally written as a much younger character, but the role was rewritten specifically for Wong. The film was a reunion for Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, who had previously worked together on several films, including Escape from New York and The Thing. The film's ending, which leaves the audience unsure of what happens to the characters, was intentionally left open-ended, with the possibility of a sequel in mind.